said he's a bigger LP fan than Myke.
That's why I got out the way.
Challenge. Name the track he did where he tore Soul's ass apart.
What's it called?
I know what it's called.
I know what it's called. I have to think 10 seconds before I say Linda Tripp. Or let me ask you. What's the song where he fucked up Esoteric?
77,000 to date.
Okay, alright. Oh shit. 1-1, huh?
Well, hold on.
Y'all go back and forth. What's up?
We ain't got to name tracks, but he tore SO up, didn't he? He tore SO up.
I put that one above Linda Tripp.
Nothing you ever did until mentioning my name has ever mattered. 7 minutes of awkward fury. Really, I'm flattered. Oh my God, he tore SO up.
Your biggest contribution to hip hop was
Introducing me to Lip. Dead in Hip Hop Indie Interview. We are chilling with one of the only indie artists that has sent me a track on Twitter that I actually enjoyed. Alim, what up, dude?
What's going on, y'all? How you doing?
Good, bro.
What can I say? With BZ, Myke, Kenzie, and FIFO.
That's what's up.
And we here.
So what's going on, man? Tell us what's going on with the music world. What you got going on right now?
Well, right now I'm working on a new album called No Expectations. It's different than the last two things I put out this year. It's all original tracks from Steel Tip Dove, Amaze 88, Nesby Phipps, Charlie Burrell, who else? This cat named Laserbeam, another cat named Langvo. I'm gonna try to release it probably about January. That's when I'm gonna drop that. Cool AD is gonna do the artwork for it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How'd that happen?
Me and him actually got a song together. He had sent me a track through I don't know, I shouted him out on Twitter a couple of times and he started paying attention and he reached first of all, I sent him a song that I want him to get on and he did it in like 2 days. And then maybe about a week later he sent me a track and he was like, you want to throw something on there? And I did. Pretty crazy.
What were these tracks on? I didn't see
well, no, they didn't. They haven't. They're unreleased right now.
They weren't on either of the things that you sent.
No, but they will be on the next one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Kool AD, Big Baby Gandhi. Yeah.
So you with that whole? You trying to get with that whole crew?
You know, like you, I'm a real big LP fan.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, obviously.
Like super. Like and it's funny. The DJ who did my 2 mixtapes, SicksentZ, I met him at the in the Wild tour. When I went back, LP actually invited me to that. Wow. Right. Well, this is the thing. I did a song over one LP beats, and it got on the internet on okplayer.com.
Oh wow.
And it said produced. It's a song. It's on the Razor Dice called Skeleton in My Room, and it said produced by LP. So I was like, oh shit. It's on the internet now. What the fuck? Yeah, I know he's gonna see this.
Yeah.
And he did, and he followed me on Twitter off that. So I DM'd like, dude, I hope I didn't break any rules, blah, 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 like, because it had his name on it. And he just pretty much told me he's cool with it, but, you know, let people know where you got it from so it doesn't look like, you know, I'm trying to use them. So he cleaned it up. So it's still on the website, but he took it off. But from there, we've been cool, and he invited me to the tour, to the show out here, went back there, met SicksentZ, Esquire, all them, and
Nice.
And it's been love ever since. He gave me his permission. I got his permission to use on the Razor Dial like all his beats. Wow. Like I asked him like, can I use like I'm gonna put the dice like yeah, just don't sell it and let him know that you know. So for everybody who wants to like rap over these guys' beats, try to get their permission. Don't just be don't be a jerk and try to act like you're cool with them or they gave these beats to you. Right. So he just wants like proper how you say?
Just credit.
Yeah, proper credit, like
recognition.
But
well, before we go any further, like what's the current project that you have out right now?
Do Us All a Favor. It's on Dead in Hip Hop. You guys got it up there. It's called Do Us All a Favor. About 13 tracks, half original and then half I picked some like rare beats that nobody else rapped over. It's pretty fun. I like this one.
Yeah, it was fun.
But that's pretty much it with that. So from me being cool enough with LP with that, then I met SicksentZ and he did my last 2 projects and shit, it's been pretty cool with that.
That's how you know you can't be no whack rapper though.
Right. That's what I was gonna say. Because like that's what turned me on to this dude. Like I've heard people rock over LP's beats, and obviously nobody's touching L on Myke. So when I heard him actually rocking over, cause you sent me your mixtape probably 2 or 3 times, and I'm not gonna front. I was like, man, I was like dealing with this right now. And I was like, man, let me just check this dude out real quick. And when I was like, okay, he's rocking over LPB, let me see what he does. And I was like, what the fuck, this dude's spitting. I felt so stupid. I was like, man, I cannot believe I've been sleeping on this guy for this damn long. And that's why I started tweeting out. I was like, man, this motherfucker's dope. Cause like no one can really rock over an LPB. Yeah. But he did his thing over an LPB. So that's impressive to me.
Yeah. So I listened to growing up, or a lot of just all that, like Company Flow first album.
Yeah.
Like, and when I first started like recording out here, when I moved out here from California, I didn't have any producers, so I just go on the internet and find these instrumentals, and I was at the time like, man, nobody's rapping over LP beats, and he makes pretty much the best ones, so fuck it, let me go for what I know. And I just sat on him, and then until after I met him, and then when I met SicksentZ, we built our relationship. I was like, you do mixtapes? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, I'm gonna send you what I got, and I sent him like all the LP shit I did, and he hit me back like, dude, this is it, I'm doing this, and that. From there it was on, but LP, man.
The only 2 dudes that so far have impressed me, you and Esquire. Those are the only 2 people that have impressed me over LPB. So the rest of you guys, motherfuckers, trying to jump on LPB,
stop it.
Please stop it. Stop it.
So let me ask you this: why did you initially sit on those songs that you had?
Why did I sit on them?
Yeah.
It's all about timing. I needed just a proper outlet to do it. I just didn't want to just keep drop. I didn't really have a good lane to just put them out with. You know, I wanted to make sure when I did put them out that they would just be all synced to where everybody could hear them properly.
Okay.
And I recorded a lot of songs, and with the LP shit, I said to myself when I did all the shit on LP, I wanted to put them all on one project. And it wasn't until that moment when I met them that's when I knew this was what it was going to be. But from then, before that, I rap over anything and just drop that. But I wanted to make the LP thing kind of special, I guess.
So how long have you actually been rapping?
Rapping, like writing a rhyme and rapping it out loud, or recording?
Yeah, just like take us to the beginning. Like,
oh shit, when I was my friend, I got a friend, King James. When I was 10 years old, he rapped. He was 5 years older than us. He was 15. He had wrote a rhyme, and he wanted me to rap it, and I couldn't do that shit. I sucked so bad at it, like trying to read it. And then my other friend, he picked it up and he had it like hit it on the nail, and that shit pissed me off. So I went in the house and I wrote my own shit. So from about 10 years old all the way up to now, I've just been writing rhymes. Like,
so would you say you're a student of the game? And if you are, take us through your process. Like, how did you study the people that you enjoy?
Because my parents were so like, my dad and my mom, they didn't care what I listened to. I could listen to whatever I want. I listened to literally everything that I wanted to. And growing up in California, a lot of people don't listen to East Coast shit, they listen to West Coast shit. I listen to all that shit. Everything from everything. I mean, anything you can think of. EPMD, Cypress Hill, Cube Redman, Boot Camp, all that shit. And I guess because I listened to it so much that takes me to know when I write my shit, I know what not to say because these motherfuckers already said it. So that's my process. Just I've heard all the shit, so I know when I write my shit not to like try to bite their shit and just come with my shit, you know. I don't know.
How long have you been here in Atlanta?
I've been here since 2004. I moved out here. I graduated high school in '99. You know, I did like 4 years of not doing shit with my life. And my mom, she had moved out here a couple months before I did and was like, you should just come out here. Like, okay, good idea.
That sound like my story.
Yeah.
I came down here in 04 as well.
Yeah.
And my mother was down here for a couple of years. And
yeah, I mean, where I'm from, a lot of people just stay there and they don't, you know, I guess that's like anywhere in America. Like, you just stay in the same spot, you become a loser. Maybe you gotta expand, you know what I mean? So
Danny Glover track.
Yeah, that Danny Glover.
Yeah, I thought that shit. You must be like a movie buff or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
To know the names and all that stuff.
Oh,
I said, yeah.
Are you thinking of the other one? the
FUTM,
FUTM, fucking up the movies.
fucking up the movies.
And I fucked up the movies because I heard Kanye say I'm in too deep like Mekhi Phife. And I was like, is that a punchline? And I told him like, Kanye, he wasn't in that movie. But I was like, but I took it like, oh, fuck it then. Nobody's listening to care that people are fucking up movies. Well, let me just fuck them all up then.
That shit was clever.
Yeah, I thought that was really
Like nobody's paying attention that this dude wasn't in that movie, but he still made a punchline. Well, I could do a whole song like that. You know?
That's dope, man. That part, yeah, that-
Even though, because 300 like the Romans, like it wasn't the Romans either.
But I understand.
I got that part.
I understand that slip because a lot of
Romans and all
Roman
that.
Spartans was white people with abs. Same shit. But Mekhi Phifer and KD,
Yeah,
what was he actually thinking?
But no, you got who
He's
was
thinking
in
on my
there
app.
with him that let him let that slide. Like, are you? You don't have friends to be like,
Yes, man. You know, who's gonna say something to Kanye? They should have let him ride with that. I think if they let him get away with that, obviously somebody would be like, yeah, Kanye, no, that's not gonna
You
work.
think at least Jay would say, like, hey,
If
man,
Jay
I'm putting
was
this
there,
out.
though.
I'm putting this out. This line doesn't make any fucking sense.
that's fucked up.
That's real fucked
The
up.
producer should have caught that. Fuck that.
Somebody should have caught it.
Somebody-
Unless they just thought it was, because since Kanye's a god, maybe they thought it was over. It's so deep, y'all don't even really get it.
Yeah.
Because Mekhi Phifer, his mouth is real far back. So I'm in too deep like Mekhi Phifer.
Right. Right.
You don't
They
even
bringing
get
up other movies, Mekhi Phifer.
That's not working.
When all else fails. Well, what I was going to ask you, so when I listen to your music, obviously you're not like, first of all, that was the question I was going to ask. I'll go back to the other one. Being in Atlanta, you're clearly not an Atlanta MC. You're clearly not a Southern MC. In fact, I had no idea you lived here until one of them said it. I was like, wait, that motherfucker's from here?
Yeah.
So how do Atlanta folks treat, because I don't think you don't perform live.
No, I haven't.
Right.
Live out here.
So, but I'm sure you passed your tape around to people that
Yeah.
are from here. So
Yeah.
how do they treat you?
They write it off, some East Coast shit, you know.
Right.
They they listen to it while I'm right there and might listen to it that first day, but then they go back to trapping, shouty. But you know what? It's people sprinkled around Atlanta that like underground hip hop and like the shit I do. So I just try to find them and feed them what they want, what they can eat, they can digest.
Right.
But overall, no, Atlanta people are like, man, you're not talking about this, you're not talking about that. Fuck that shit.
A light bulb just went off in my head. You know who he needs to do a track with?
Who that?
Fucking Israel.
Mm.
If you and Israel got
yeah.
together and rocked a track over an LB, I think that shit would be fucking bananas. Do you know Israel at all? He sounds like a mixture of like Kool Keith and MF Doom.
You know who I want to do a track with? Yamin.
Somali?
Yeah, I know him. He knows who I am. We're friends. We're cool. Yeah, we gotta get it together.
Yeah, do it wrong with him.
Yeah.
So do you ever feel like you're pigeonholed a bit by the style of music that you do? Because I'm not really sure exactly where you're trying to go with your music. But like I said, when I put it on, I can't see every single person being like, yeah, this is my shit. But I see people that really dig that type of music being like, man, this motherfucker's crazy.
Yeah, I guess, to be honest, it's just, I gotta be comfortable with the fuck I'm doing and not even trip off that. Like, maybe it's a couple of people I think like, I hope they like it. But it's like really like a couple of people. But after I pass that wave of people that I care that if they like it, I don't give a fuck no more. Like, it'll hit who it hit, And I appreciate if you do like it. If you don't, that's your opinion, whatever.
Who are those people? If we don't mind us asking.
Shit. The man who first wrote my first rhyme, King James. When I write my shit, if I think he's not gonna fuck with, then I gotta start all over. If I send him a track and he doesn't like it, then my whole day is ruined. My mom too. I gotta give,
She's into hip hop like that?
She getting older, so she trying. She wanna get down with it. She wanna call me and talk about all the rap shit sometimes. So I love her for that. She likes "Fuck the Dope Man." That's one of her favorites. Wow, that shit hard, son. That shit is hard. Yeah, but she saying son to her son.
That's hilarious.
But her, fuck. Safe to say, LP. If Cause I think if he thought this shit, if the razor diet was whack, I don't think he would let me rock with that shit, or he would have said something, you know. So I go with them. Then I got another friend, Jeff. Him too. That's really it. Those four people. If they not fucking with it, then I fucked up. I did wrong. I came with some whack shit, and I have to go back to the drawing board.
That can ground you real easily.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah, they're not yes men, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
They'll tell me too. They will have no. My mom will for sure. She'll let me know.
She got to.
Got to.
That shit whack, son.
The hell was you thinking on?
I didn't get that. She's funny. She had it fucking up the movies. When she heard that, she was like, I don't get it. Like, I'm like, Mom, listen to what I'm doing. I'm fucking up all the movies. She played it again. She was like, oh shit, son, that shit is awesome. Let them motherfuckers hear it. You gotta let them hear that. You gotta put that shit out. When you get a record deal.
Wow.
Parents, man.
So I think I always ask this, like, who, not necessarily compare yourself to, but like for people that's never heard you before, like what should they expect? Like, what kind of sound? Like, what if you had to describe yourself as anyone? Like, who would you say?
Shit, man. Probably like Danny Glover if he was a rapper, maybe. Lethal Weapon.
Yeah.
Not him. Maybe somebody like Mr. Motherfucking Esquire, Kool-Aid D, old like Redman from '94, maybe. Planet Asia. I don't know. It's a lot of rappers I like and listen to, and I would like to compare myself to them because I really dig their shit. But I'm still just Alim at the end when it's all said and done.
Right.
I'm not gonna duplicate nobody else's shit.
So explain the fucks.
Fucks, F-U-X, file under xenophobia. I came up with this working at a job, customer service. I was getting yelled at by customers all day. I would draw pictures of just real fucked up shit, people blowing their heads off, and like the cover of Do Us All a Favor, I drew that at work because I was customers in my ears just bothering the shit out of me. I drew that picture, and I drew a lot of weird pictures, like a lot of weird ass pictures. I'll show you guys. And I said, you know, people would see me at my desk drawing them, and they were like, "You should make T-shirts." And I was like, "Okay." And then I went with, matter of fact, I'm fucking up. The first picture I drew, before I drew people blowing their heads, so I drew this real ugly ass fox. I thought I looked like a fox. It was fucked up. It was real bad. It was horrible. Like kindergarten-ish, and I called it a fucks because like a fucked up fox. I was like, ooh, it's a fucks. Seriously. And then from there, everything I drew, I called a fucks. And then time went on, I got more serious. Like, I want to get out of this job and I want to do some shit I want to do. I looked up X words in the dictionary and I found xenophobia. And xenophobia, the definition I got was the fear and hatred of shit that's different, weird, or strange. And I was like, that's all the fuck I draw is weird, different, strange shit. So that's what fucks is. My clothing line, I don't know. I want people to wear my shit.
Where can they go? When they can?
They can go House of a Dream in Atlanta on Peter Street and pick up some pieces, or just hit me up on Twitter. We could do a special order like that. The website is down, so that's right now. Hit me up on Twitter. If you're in Atlanta, you go to House of a Dream on Peter Street and pick up some pieces. But I got men and women's shirts, men's hoodies and sweatshirts.
What was your first rap name? Did you ever have one?
Man, I had a lot of different rap. My first rap name was AW, my initials.
Okay.
And then I went to A-Dub.
You couldn't stick with A.
Yeah.
Heard this rapper all.
Nigga, all. No. I don't fuck with all. I did Drastic. I did Mess. And then it was like, okay, this shit is getting kind of corny. Like, I'm Alim, and I don't need my mom telling everybody that fucking Young Tattoo Sauce is her son. Like, that's my son, Young Tattoo Sauce. He's hard. Alim is is different enough. You know, it's my name, and I don't want to fucking have a rap name. That's kind of weird when you're grown. Yeah, I'm way too old for that shit to be having an alias for what, you know. give it to you straight up.
Well, yeah, man. Appreciate you stopping by,
Yes.
kicking it with us.
Yes,
on.
sir.
Appreciate you guys, man. It's an honor, man. I can't wait. Can't wait.